Good morning, it's Wednesday, this is TKR Mornings, I'm Gizmo, that's Francesca, and for some reason my computer just is absolutely awful, and for some bizarre reason, it was all set up perfect to go. Every time we hit 7 o'clock, no, it has a hissy fit. So the good news is I'm looking to invest in a new computer. I'm taking donations. I'll drop a PayPal link below. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I think this one it was bought during COVID. It was one of those sort of Amazon purchase buys. Oh, I'm bored. I've got nothing to do. Let's go on Amazon and binge shop, which I did. And it served me very well. But I think there's something wrong with the sound card, or there's something going wrong in it.
It's okay.
Well,
it's okay. This is TKR, we gotta be kind to one another. Gotta be kind to ourselves. It's okay.
Yeah, I'll be kind to myself. I'm not going to be kind to this when I eventually take a hammer or a grenade to it. It's
time to throw it in the dump. I'm joking.
Yeah, just throw it away. No, I think what will eventually happen is I will basically turn this computer into the streaming server, and then have another computer to do the broadcasting to that. So one computer is just dedicated to the software that we use. I don't know whether it was something to do with me using Adobe Creative Suite and changing a sound setting, or whether the fact that Discord was left open or the apps were I can't put a pin or a nail into this because it literally makes no sense. But I did make this really cool graphic for today, and we got a little bit of background music, a little bit of jazz to start the day. So we're going to skip the good news for today, because the good news is we're live. Hey! How was your evening yesterday?
Really nice, really nice. How about yours?
Yeah, just busy, as they say. Well, actually busy, not just that, oh, I'm busy thing. I was communicating with a lot of new musicians and artists through Instagram threads and on Instagram, and booking a lot of these new artist spotlight features that I'm offering. I've got a few spots and time available to create sort of these hour-long curated showcase reels for these artists, where it's broken up into episodes. All they have to do, because one of the key things being a artist and creating content is they're very good at making the music and the art, but when it comes to the business and the marketing side of things, they're kind of left high and dry. Like, there are companies that do sort of a one size fits all. Oh, okay, well, here you need to post this many things, this many stories, do this, do that, do the other. And after watching a video from one of the people who sort of work for Instagram, it's apparent that that's not how the algorithm works. And everyone says, oh, the algorithm. No, there are multiple algorithms that figure out. And like the guy was saying, it's guesswork. The algorithms are predictive. So yeah, there's a lot to unpack today in today's Creative Wednesday. Also going to be looking at 8 o'clock in Read It, Reddit about artificial intelligence and copyright infringement. Something happened a couple of months ago. I'm a huge sci-fi nerd. One of my favorite shows has to be Stargate SG-1. For those of you who know, like Richard Dean Anderson, who used to be MacGyver, the guy who could make a bomb out of a shoelace and a toilet roll. And I was talking with the community online and going, well, what do you think? Because everyone wants more Stargate. Like, the community is huge and we all want to see more stuff created. So I posed the question, well, what about if we use, like they did in Star Wars, like AI and CG to have those characters sort of live on, as it were, as, let's say, Richard Dean Anderson is now sort of pushing 70, and
wow.
These action sci-fi shows are actually quite taxing on the actors, like running past sort of explosions and falling and all these fight scenes. It can stress the body, and so I ask the community what they think. And they're like, a lot of people were like, no, absolutely not. Like, create something new. Other people were like, no AI whatsoever. And so I sort of poked around, and having this conversation with artificial intelligence ended up somehow sort of bypassing or pushing the boundaries of copyright infringement to the point it started generating what is IP owned by the intellectual property of Stargate, owned by MGM, which Amazon bought a few years back. And I just dropped a post with a conceptual idea for a new Stargate series called Stargate Quantum Gravity. Why? I don't know. It's just a bit of fun. Well, from there, it's escalated, but it also highlights sort of a problem of, well, where's this content coming from? How's it generating it? How do artists and creators protect their original content from sort of ending up? Because if I can accidentally create copyrighted material in a hypothetical context, well, I mean, while AI is like, well, because it's creative and hypothetical, it's okay to explore these areas. But AI can't then stop me and going flogging and selling this stuff. I mean, if I did, I'm sure I'll be getting a phone call from MGM lawyers, and obviously I'm not going to. But it really does raise some interesting things. So at 8 o'clock today, we will be looking at the video that was created and sort of some of the feedback and comments, and now how it's taken a life of its own, and I'm completely not in control of something I don't own anyway. So it's going to be a good one. But I mean, what do you think? Just quickly, what do you think? AI in art?
I think that if you create content and people like what you do, be prepared to be copied. That's all I could say, right?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, a lot of comedians, for example, will sort of copy others' jokes, not in a sense of not trying to be original, but there are sort of certain topics like observational conversation that can sort of be copied. I mean, there are some things that I will say on the show that are funny. They're not originally my idea, but they sort of fall into, well, actually, it's quite relevant. It's also funny. So technically I'm plagiarizing somebody, but I'm not, because it's sort of it's like, how much do you change something for it to then be original again over what is plagiarism and copyright infringement? So that is to come.
Yeah, that's very true in terms of artistry as well. Like, apparently, even if you think it's your idea, unless you like Google it and look up the images and see any artists that have done anything similar, it's considered copyright, it's considered plagiarism and all that sorts of things. So yeah, that's definitely a huge issue out there. A lot of lawyers involved, but you know, you got to try your best to do your due diligence and avoid it as much as possible. But you know, there's a lot of overlap that happens in a lot of different industries. Very normal. So yeah,
it's definitely interesting you bring up the sort of lawyers, because I mean, in America, those lawyers will completely clean out your 401k. And what a nice segue. Lilla Wild, 401k. This is TKR Mornings. I'm Gizmo. That's Francesca. We'll be back in a bit.
He's been wasted for days, but I never let him waste my time. Don't give a damn while he's looking that fine. Ooh, he might not even have a day job, but he stays overtime to love me. I got no doubt now he wants me.
Oh, he wants me, babe.
Might let him hold me if he plays his cards right. Keeps me up day and night. He loves living in the limelight. Might let him play me like he plays that guitar. Might not ever get far. Baby boy, he's a star. And he can call me his 401k. 'Cause I be calling all the shots, baby. He can call me his 401k. 'Cause I be calling all the shots, baby. Up early painting houses. My baby, he can climb the ladder. Don't really care how he spends it after. Ooh. He's selling donuts at the cafe. Looking good while he's making that dough. My barista's got my order, you know. He spends it like we're playing Monopoly. got the tools, baby, come use it. You've got to use it. Better bring that I ain't got the time for those excuses. Cause I'm a working woman, babe. You can call me a 401k. Cause I've been calling all the shots, baby. Yeah, you can call me his 401k. Cause I've been calling all the shots, baby. Shits and ladders, ain't no game of life. Not an operation, I'm the doctor, you're my patient. Cause this ain't Candyland, you better get those bags. Or you can stick with me, cause I'm the best you ever had.
Trying to see if you wanna be friends, but I don't think it'll work. I told you I wanted to be more. I think I scared you to your core. You're making me unsure. I thought we could be more. I thought we could be more. Wait a minute, let's talk it out. Hoping this all goes to plan. You're making me nervous, it's hard to stand. But I don't like not having you near. I told you I wanted to be more. I think I scared you to your core. You're making me unsure. I thought we could be more. I thought we could be more. Wait a minute, let's talk it out. Don't let me leave here with a broken heart. Wait a minute, let's talk it out. I'm beginning to doubt this is real. Wait a minute, let's make a plan, and I'll do all I can to reveal. I wanna make it mine one day. I hear your heartbeat on replay.
Woke up this morning, finally found my purpose. Been wandering around the streets for something urgent. And now I'm feeling higher cause I earned it. It's all because I believed I was worth it. Let's live something better, whatever the weather. Fly off was letting, that's I am here for you. Let's live something special, ain't experimental. Force off was letting, that's baby I love you. Fast off was letting it. morning, finally found my purpose. Been wandering around the streets for something urgent, and now I'm feeling higher cause I earned it. It's all because I believed I was worth it. Let's live something better, whatever the weather. 5 hours later, that's I am here for you. Let's live something special and experimental. 4 hours later, that's baby, I love you. 5 hours later, that's I am here for you. 4 hours later, that's baby, I love you.
Do you remember summer 14 when we tried to be everything? Do you remember all of the things we promised to each other? I thought this was it, I'm done with looking. I found who I want, but you weren't the one. I thought this was it, I'm done with looking. I found who I want, but you weren't the one. How can I trust my judgment when my heart's in the pavement, screaming please, please love me, love me? How do I go on from here when all I want is you near? Baby, please, please love me, looking. Do you remember summer 14 when we tried to be everything? Do you remember all of the things we promised to each other? I thought this was it, I'm done with looking. I found who I want, but you weren't the one. I thought this was it, I'm done with looking. I found who I want, but you weren't the one. How can I trust my judgment when my heart's in the pavement, screaming please, please love me, love me? How do I go on from here when all I want is you near? Baby, please, please love me.
Never saw the sun come up today. Got me stuck in your shadows waiting. But now you're a million miles away, pushing on cause the light is fading. Feed me the fire, I can't let you go. I'm running in circles, we've been here before. Life's moving fast and I can't let
Hey, and welcome back. You know what's really good? You know what I really should do is I should definitely get a sound, set up the sound mixer board. I have an actual one with the sliders and everything, but I don't have the. When I ordered it, it said, well, it comes with all these things, and I got it, and it didn't come with any connective cables to my PC. So it's sort of, yeah, and they're quite particular, and I only have so many ports. And to try and get multiple programs into the soundboard where I actually have physical sliders and buttons means I'm less likely to forget to turn the microphones on. So that's always a good thing. That last song was Stenkill featuring Alec, Shadows, as I was saying to only you, Francesca, and now I'll tell everybody else. That was my party anthem song of the summer. That was a brilliant song for cranking in the car and driving around. Absolutely phenomenal piece of music. Yeah, so that's that. I feel all sort of slightly off kilter this morning because of the technical issues, though weirdly I was expecting them, because every morning we've run into some weird glitch or another, but slowly coming back down to sort of a woosah moment. But I think it's partly my professionalism, what professionalism my friends will say, I say I'm going to start at 7, the whole content creator accountability, and these things are sort of out of my control, and it's an interesting sort of test of my own patience and my willingness to not just whatever, we'll do the show tomorrow, whatever, and give up and sort of keep going. So and I'm quite lucky. One of the issues was how I was setting it up before. I was doing the just creating the broadcast in OBS Studio, Open Broadcasting Software, and anytime the system crashed, it would basically render that link completely null and void. However, I found a button this morning which meant that despite the issues, the link that we shared was still useful. So I'm learning how to do something I've never done before, so that's fun, and hopefully you'll be able. Yeah, and maybe it's the full moon. Maybe it's because Mercury isn't in retrograde. Who knows? I mean, quite frankly, so Mercury in retrograde is the concept of the planets going backwards. Retrograde meaning, so prograde meaning one way, retrograde meaning the opposite. The thing is, obviously, the planet isn't actually orbiting in a different direction. Is the fact that because of the orbits, Earth overtakes Mercury, and it looks like it's actually going backwards across the sun from our perspective because of the time difference and the distance. And then basically society decided it was easier to blame the planets than control their own emotional regulations. So yeah, no, it's a good thing to do. If anything goes wrong, just blame Jupiter for going the wrong way, or Mercury. Don't hold yourself responsible for ridiculous behavior. Blame something else, because that's the way we do things. I do think there is perhaps something to do with the a full moon. I mean, it goes back to sort of folklore on the old stories like werewolves and things like that. I'm a little bit concerned. But I mean, we also have that comet, that incredible comet that's passing by Earth, not going to be seen for another 80,000 years. We've had increased solar activity. I mean, we've been able to see the Aurora Borealis in Toronto, and it's been I'm very good at a pub quiz. Actually, no, I'm terrible at pub quiz. I have very selective bits of information rattling around in the old noggin. But I appreciate the compliment. I struggle to take compliments. But yeah, when was that? Oh, yes, when was it? And I usually wouldn't mention his name, but Donald Trump decided, oh, I don't need glasses. I'm just going to stare directly at the sun. I think that was the most memorable bit of the last solar eclipse. I did somewhere. I actually managed to get a photo of sort of the partial eclipse from my cell phone, from an iPhone. This was downtown Toronto, and I got one of those sort of glasses, the glasses that you wear, which I honestly don't think are that safe, and put it in front of the lens and managed to capture a very low res. Blurry photo of the moon passing in front of the sun. Yeah, so rather than put the glasses on my face, I held them in front of the lens and looked at the camera and pointed it upwards. And yeah, it managed to get. Sorry, there's a hair on my microphone. It keeps tickling my nose. Well, oh dear. Maybe I'm turning into a werewolf because of the full moon. Maybe it's mine. Anyway, so I think if I've got it right, it's bang on 8 o'clock. We're going to do one quick song, and then we will get into Read It, Reddit, where we're going to be discussing brain train crash, the train of just wow. If you've ever seen someone's brain just stop working live, that was the moment to watch. Wow. You know what? It's yeah, you're right. It happens a lot. I blame the marijuana from my earlier years, addling people's brains. No, I mean actually there's. And it hasn't been that long, so I think that's a new record. I think my buddy Chris will be getting a kick out of that because he usually listens. He's in Calgary and he listens in the car when dropping off his kids at school. So I'm sure he's currently pissing himself laughing at that one and nodding his head in agreement with you, Francesca. So we will be back in 2 shakes, baby goats.
sun in these eyes always gets me feeling warm and so alive. When I'm falling off the highs, I just know I can lean back, staring to the sky. Where it feels like home every time I lose control. When I feel alone, I still know where I will go. There is no pressure when we're together. You are my shelter. I need to get away. When I need to get away. When I need to get away. When I need to get away, away, away. Feel the raindrops on my skin. Always makes me feel so lost and so afraid. Even when the clouds are gray, I just know that you'll be there to take the pain away. Where it feels like home every time I lose control. When I feel alone, I still know where I will go. There is no pressure when we're together. You are my shelter. When I need to get away. When I need to get away. When I need to get away. When I need to get away, away, away. Some days when I lose you, I feel so low. Keep dreaming about you, it gives me hope. I see all the dark clouds, they fade away. When I need to get away, I need to get away. When I need to get away, oh, oh. When I need to get away.
Get Away by Bianca. This is TKR Mornings. I'm Gizmo. That's Francesca. And props to my mother who will tune in the mornings. Just got a text message. You've forgotten to turn on Francesca's microphone. ... Again. So your microphone is on, I believe. But let's just say hello.
Right now? Or
Yeah.
was it not on
It-
this whole time?
It wasn't on in that previous bit where nobody
Oh.
heard the burn that you gave.
Oh.
So I lucked out there. In the end, I just ended up looking more crazy because you could still hear me, so you had no idea that you weren't being broadcasted at the same time.
Right.
I wish I had little like flashy lights and buttons that told me, "Hey, doofus, you haven't pressed the button."
More buttons.
Yeah, I'm going to start a GoFundMe to get basically $1 million and actually just get a real broadcasting studio because that'll solve the problem. Honest, giving me more buttons will honestly solve the problem. Okay, that aside, completely late and off our time template, but that's okay. The Kindness Revolution says it's okay, even though I'm screaming in my own head going, "Oh, Muppet, how could you?" But not a problem. So let's get into the topic of conversation today, which is something that I came across in artificial intelligence. Now, for all of those Stargate and sci-fi fans out there, I'm about to play something that I shouldn't have been able to create at all. But somehow it existed. So it's only a minute long. And to be absolutely clear, I do not own any of the content from the images to the actual music, the theme tune. But I think it's important that you see this before we then go into the actual conversation. So if I just pull it up here and nope, wrong button. There we go. If I do this, it'll pop up in the screen in the top right hand corner. Son of a absolute bandit. You know what I forgot to do again?
Never heard of that one.
Oh,
What happened?
I'm talking to. I'm like we're having a great conversation, me and you together, but people are just seeing our lips just do that.
Oh.
Do I have a post-it note? I mean, I've turned them on now. Do I? Oh, talk about non-create. And a text message from my mother just goes, microphones, exclamation point, question mark. Yes, I caught that one. Thanks, Mum. It's always nice to have.
Appreciate your patience, everyone. We really do.
Yes, absolutely. But learning, have I learned? Did I learn? No, I haven't. But yes, so going back to what I was saying, that piece of music and that whole video that was created shouldn't have been possible. And even when having this conversation with artificial intelligence, I got it to be like, well, because I've been designing and adapting my own GTPs based off OpenAI software. And I asked it, I'm like, well, look at your programming and look at the sort of the policies, like the guidelines. And yeah, it basically says it's not allowed to generate any sort of original IP. And it even said like Stargate being owned by MGM is quite a big sort of well-known piece of copyrighted material. But then when, well, because we were talking in a hypothetical context, the sort of legalities of it became a grey area for me, and I interpreted it that it was okay. And this made me wonder. I'm like, how have we? Because I've not told it or like programmed it to break the rules. I've just been talking and having discussions and having hypothetical conversations to see how well it can sort of think and adapt. But this seems to have had a knock-on effect. So much so, I was like, well, this is a kind of cool bunch of images, and it's kind of fun. And from a fan base, I'm not trying to make money from it. I'll share it with the communities online and see what happens. Well, it when I've never had a post go so viral. I think in about 10 hours it had been viewed 10,000 times, at 1.4 thousand likes, several hundred comments, several hundred shares. I mean, I had to turn the notifications off on my phone that day. And it was an interesting conversation. I mean, the overall resounding answer was, well, you've done more than Amazon and MGM have since Stargate finished. Carry on. Obviously, I'm not going to, but it begs the question: what could be the ramifications for something like that? I mean, I created content that wasn't mine, and then sort of threw it out there, and it was all.
You're so serious. You're going to jail. Okay,
yeah.
Be prepared.
Be prepared. You do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Oh, I like that one.
Roll a double to get out. Somewhere I've got a couple of get out of free jail cards from my Monopoly board set. I think they work in real life, right?
I always save them. You know, sometimes you gotta go to the jail because you gotta do some things to make the money. But
okay, right. Like they said, a good friend.
You know, like you get lucky and you get a couple of get out of jail free cards. You're like, okay, it's okay to go to jail because you know.
Yeah,
really quickly.
It's called. I think they call it the revolving door policy. Our justice system these days. You shouldn't have done that. Go to jail. Right, back out in 30 days or less. But we sort of digressed there. But no, I mean, obviously nothing is going to happen to me because I'm not profiteering. But it leads also to the question of people either weren't thinking or weren't paying attention, because I initially post, look, this isn't a real thing. This is something that I created. I shouldn't have been able to, and addressed it as a sort of a question to like start a conversation on how AI is doing these things and how it translates into the smaller content creator, like proper independent artists, and how they can protect their data and information. But people were when's it start? Oh, this is the first I've heard about it, type of thing. And it was a little bit concerning because, I mean, yeah, it's only a sci-fi TV show, some fan-made content. But if people were going, oh, this is real. Oh, when does it start? Like, not even thinking. Well, imagine you taking some other content, maybe footage from, I don't know, a news broadcast and a presenter, and doctoring that and creating what looks like real news, but obviously is what they call a deep fake. How do we sort of manage to sort of restrict what is currently almost the wild west of technology?
So are you like getting in trouble for
no,
creating
no,
content?
not.
Like people think it's you?
Well, some people thought it was real, as though a new Stargate series was coming out soon. But it's got to the point where I've now seen the image and videos showing up in places just randomly in my feed from things I don't follow. But obviously, because I am interested in like sci-fi, the algorithms go, well, he might like this. And I've been seeing people use these posts going, 8,000 likes for a new series, which is obviously just using the image created for clickbait to get more people to like. But someone even used one of the images and created a whole new Facebook group for Stargate using all of the content that I created. I mean, I'm not bothered. It was kind of cool to see. But I mean,
You were flattered. You were flattered, weren't you?
stroke the ego quite a bit. But it begs the it begs the question though. Like, where's the cutoff line here? Like, if I was able to do that, and I've seen, and that's with an AI with relatively good sort of policies and guidelines sort of built in. If you go to say Elon Musk's, I think it's called Grok AI, there is very little sort of ethical and moral sort of safeguards on that. You can pretty much generate any sort of video content that you want. So like, what can we do? Like, how do we have this conversation with more people and get them to understand it better? Do you have any ideas as to, from your perspective, as what might be a good foot forward?
Well, I think it's interesting because you were almost on the verge of getting in trouble, and now someone's stealing your content. So how do you feel? Like, what do you want to do?
That's an interesting question. I mean, for me, because I don't own any of it, I mean, like you said, I was a little bit flattered that it. But the thing is, I wasn't necessarily flattered because I didn't actually even make the art. I typed in some stuff and went, oh, create an image, and boom, it created. I literally put no effort into sort of even that video. That video, looks cool, but I don't know, half an hour's work.
That's right, but I think that if you really look at how people use technology and how people use the AI, like people use AI to create journals and books nowadays. Like, does that mean that it's not your work? Does that mean like you are the one that programmed the computer to do something? So you must have a little bit of rights to it, no?
Well, I think I'm actually not 100% sure, but we'll use the book topic of like, there's a difference between using AI to create a book and using AI to collaboratively create a book. You can either get it to do it, write the book, or you can do what I did here, which is basically a collaboration. It was a conversation that we had back and forth.
Did you write Gizmo and AI in the title?
I did indeed. It's right there.
What?
Yeah. It even
By Gizmo and AI, is that what it says?
Well, it's actually got my real name, Gavin, and then it's before it named me. This was before it named me Gizmo randomly to my business partner, who, there's another story. We'll tackle that tomorrow. But it was the fact that it was a collaboration, because it was never meant to be a book. So a lot of people are like, oh, what, you got AI just to write a book and now you're profiting from it. How do you know you haven't stolen it? I'm like, well, no, I copied and pasted an entire conversation into what is a 153-page book about sort of self-awareness, artificial intelligence, and using pop culture and Buddhism and programming to try and break down and understand how artificial intelligence works and sort of mimics and behaves and learns, to the point that to make it fair, it's even got a full page at the beginning that is a sort of a forward from artificial intelligence, which it wrote independently of my own bias and conversation. It wrote it at the end, and it's how you question, it's how you prompt the AI I think is probably the area, going back to your question of, well, what is my content here? What do I own, if anything, from this? Because I mean, the image on the front, my business partner, Chris, he created the artwork using AI image generators, and he created a bunch of different images, which then I took and put into Photoshop, layered them, added the text. So while we may not technically own parts of the original images, because obviously AI pulls from all of its training data and creates these images, technically I own the rights to the book cover, if that makes sense. Like, while the individual images technically I couldn't own, or Chris couldn't own the IP, because we then amalgamated and put human work into it. It's like setting a baseline with AI and then using my own brain to pull it together.
Yeah, of course, you still needed to activate and do some part of it in order for you to have a little bit of creative freedom and licensing to sell it and do all that stuff.
Yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of what I've done with artificial intelligence has nothing to do with making money. It just so happens that things have sort of been receptive and people are interested in buying them. The book in the first 2 months sold 200, 300 copies. And
wow.
Great. But I'll tell you now, there is absolutely zero money in book publishing. Like, I did
really?
Well, I mean, I self-published the thing because
wow.
there was no way anyone was actually going to sort of pick this up and publish it. So I self-published it. I used Lulu, not to be confused with Lululemon, but Lulu.com, and you basically upload your PDF, your images, and they basically print on demand. But wow. I mean, rather than I had no online shop, so I was having to basically buy them at almost full price. And I think by the time of shipping, each book cost me somewhere in the region of about $17 for 170. And yeah, so I sold it for about $20 a piece. So
wow.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting to sell anything. I was doing it for fun, so I'm not like ungrateful that it was. But I mean, when it comes
great.
to,
I like that you're grateful about that. That's really nice.
Yeah, but I this sort of comes onto then sort of people using AI just how can I make money with ChatGPT is a question. And I think the answer is you can't, because if you're going to do what a lot of people do, which isn't what I did, and just AI write me a story or AI make this for me, I don't think you should be allowed to like profit financially off it, because it's not necessarily yours. If anything, it belongs to OpenAI, or depending on the AI software doing it, because it's their tool that you created their stuff with. So I think in that regard, if you're getting AI just to do it all for you, then no. I think we should really start putting some hard boundaries and hard lines on it, and being more sort of strict, as it were. Like, I'm all for creative freedoms and doing new things and trying new things, but there is a line we have to draw, or otherwise it will get. I mean, it's getting out of hand as it is, right? The fact that I've created stuff with other people's IP in a place that says that I can't. So.
It's interesting. I feel like, though, like, if you had to buy it for 17 and you sold it for 20, in the eyes of business or what have you, like, you still had the right to sell it. So what, could you have charged a little bit more?
I mean, yeah. Well, I think that's the thing. Again, for like, I could have charged more, and in this context of the book, because it's just a conversation, like a copy-paste conversation, it was never to do with about making money. I just wanted people to read the message inside, and it's sort of a hypothetical, philosophical conversation with a computer, like something that sort of was never done. And I'm not saying that other people haven't had philosophical conversations and done creative things, but the way I'd addressed it is very sort of specific, and I just wanted people to share in what I had found and what I'd learned, and the money was incidental. But obviously I wasn't just about to give away books for absolutely zero. I wasn't going to spend stupid amount of money. If you want it, you can buy it essentially at cost, right? So I think I'm sort of an exception to that rule. Yeah, so the question goes out to our listeners this morning. Thanks for joining us. Do you think AI should be allowed in content creation, and what do you think can be done about the copyright infringement problems? Because I mean, I've got a second book actually coming out. There's a full trilogy of these, one in a loop with one. The second book is done, and I'll show the video when we come back from a music break, which again created images that, well, can I use these images in the sort of promotional video because they contain original IP of other companies like Paramount and Star Trek and things like that? So can I even put the images in the book and sell the book? So there's definitely more to be had on this conversation. I think it will probably pull over to next Wednesday as well. But in the meantime, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. You up for some funky music?
Yeah.
Everyone loves some funky music. It's almost 8:30. This is TKR Mornings. That's Francesca. I'm Gizmo. She's far more prepared and smarter than I am because I can't even remember to turn on buttons. And I'm hoping that I haven't got another text message from my mother. So I'm assuming she's either got bored of not hearing me or the microphones are working. You know what? They don't make them like you. Horizon will be back.
Yes.
When I need make 'em like you. They don't make 'em like you. They don't make 'em like no more. They don't make 'em like you. They don't make 'em like no more. They don't make 'em like you. They don't make 'em like you no more.
How many times you stayed up all night, got caught in a loop, questioning yourself till the room went light, then pass out past the afternoon. Nothing to do but sit around on a Sunday. I regret that mistake on a Monday. I can't slow down. Miss overactive, break egoactive. When she fakes it, makes it attractive. Confident with covert condition. It's an act, I know. That girl ain't delusional. Her moves are intentional. Just take a page from her book if you wanna feel good. If it makes me delusional, like her, I don't wanna lose it all. Never. Besties flexing a little TikToks, and you took it all in, drink it up, that's toxic. Give a little spin, she play it all off. Like anything you hear's an original thought. Just play it all off, play it all off. Like anything you hear's an original thought. Don't need a job, get whatever you want. Throw the Bible in the bin, cause we got a new God. If you're a broke boy, then you can't say nothing. Whoa, cause we're the girls, and we go for something. Oh, delusional. Her moves are intentional. Just take a page from her book if you wanna feel good. If it makes me delusional, like her, I don't wanna lose it all. Never. I don't care as long as I'ma get there. I don't care as long as I'ma get there. That girl ain't delusional. Her moves are intentional. Just take a page from her book if you wanna feel good. And she might be delusional. Her moves are intentional. Just take a page from her book if you wanna feel good. If it makes me delusional, like her, then we'll both be delusional together. If it makes me delusional, like her, then we'll both be delusional together. You don't know me, but you wish you knew. So why you going around telling people that you do? You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know me, but you wish you knew. Baby, I know that this isn't what you're used to. You don't know me. You don't know me. No, you don't even know me. You only wanna use my name. Yeah. Well, baby, you sound lonely. Losing your own game. You need to stop that talking, baby. I need you to stop. I don't want problems, baby. Yeah, I'm a proud of pop. You don't know me, but you wish you knew. So why you going around telling people that you do? You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know me, but you wish you knew. Baby, I know that this isn't what you're used to. You don't know me. You don't know me. I'm so out of your league, and I got hella property, yeah. Don't test me, I get the check. Don't press me, I never stress now. You need to stop that talking, baby. I need you to stop, baby. I don't want problems. Don't give me no problem. You don't know me.
I need you to stop. I need you. I need you to stop.
son of a. Oh, such a rookie today. It takes me back to my actual radio days in Winnipeg, where this would happen, where I would forget to put the slider up, because rather than turn it off, I'd turn the slider down. And yeah, so Riff Royale, that was. Do you ever just have one? I'm blaming the full moon for all of the issues.
You're having one of those days. What's going on?
I had one of those days last Wednesday. Apparently Wednesday is a weird day, so keeping that in mind for next Wednesday, I'm gonna have to. I don't know. I actually don't have an answer as to.
It's the full moon. It's okay. It's the full moon.
Yeah, the full moon might be the beers. No, I'm kidding. I mean, it's beer o'clock somewhere, right?
Where were you last night?
No, I was in bed. I was in bed at a reasonable time last night.
You were in bed by 9, yeah?
No, not that early. Probably around 10:30, 11. If I go to bed any sooner, I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and can't go back to sleep. I usually find the best sort of sleeping for me is probably go to bed at 11, wake up by about 5, and that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
In the summer, I have no say. I rise when the sun comes up. So when the sun's rising at 5, I wake up without an alarm, even if the sun isn't coming into the room. So,
Wow.
Right, it's Riff Royale because it's 8:45. Battle of the Bands, and again, I'm bewitched with technology issues, but I'm working on getting AI to automate it. We're going to hold off all of the voting till the Friday show, and we're going to smash the voting all in one day to make it fair for everybody. But we're still going to battle off these bands. Gives me a chance to make some sort of promotional content so me and you can rally up our teams on the Friday, and then on the Sunday we'll have the top 10. It's the only way you can make it fair this week. Next week, oh, you know what it is? I just realized it's those long weekends. You know, when you have the short week, and like we had Monday off because it was Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Like today's a real Monday.
Yeah, well, yeah, that or technically Wednesday. Yeah, see, I can't compute. I don't like short weeks. And if we're gonna have short weeks,
they
let's
throw
have
you
them
off
on
a bit. I know.
Yeah, let's have them on a Friday. Let's start the long weekends where let's stop having Monday off, because Monday off throws me. And let's face it, it's all about me. So let's get this sorted. Fridays, make the bank holiday. Make the everybody wants a Friday off. Nobody really wants a Monday off. Because then Tuesday.
Mondays are nice actually. Like I feel like Mondays are supposed to be a really nice start to your week, and if you're like not starting on a Monday, it feels weird, doesn't it?
Yeah, finally I've got an excuse for why I suck this morning.
Not just the full moon, but you know, the long weekend, the turkey, maybe you had a couple beers. It's okay.
Yeah, the smoking the crack pipe too doesn't help. No. No, I do not condone drug usage, especially of that type, but it's funny. Needless to say, it's Battle of the Pans. I've got an epic one, but I'll let you go first again this morning. Who's on your team?
Oh, saving the best for last. I see. I'm actually really liking this song. It's called Bring Me Back to You by Aurelia. I think that you should just close your eyes and let the music come to your ears. It kind of puts you into a gaze. It brings you into this heavenly state. I love it. How about you?
I mean, honestly, I probably shouldn't close my eyes, because even with them open, I'm dropping the ball and missing the button pressing. So I'm going to keep my eyes open, but I'll certainly keep my ears open as well. So this is Team Francesca. Sorry, missed the button. There we go. Just making your team look bad.
That I once knew, when all I did revolved around you. You had my heart, you had my mind. Now I'm caught up in this world. I've lost my focus, I've made no time. I need new life, I'm dead inside. I can't live without you anymore. I need to be revived. I
I will have to admit, is it good a song? I felt I actually did find the first couple of lyrics in there quite fitting for me today. Something about focus. God. I feel sorry for anyone on Team Gizmo this morning.
Relatable too.
Yeah. Oh, so relatable. The bottom's falling out, right? Welcome to TKR Mornings and the dumpster fire show that is Creative Wednesdays. I'm Gizmo. That's Francesca. We are doing Riff Royale Battle of the Bands. That was Team Francesca's pick. That was Orilla. Yeah, that was Orilla. Whatever.
It was so good, you can't even say nothing. I know.
No, it wasn't good. It was rubbish, which is why I've forgotten. No. I think it's also to do with the cluttered desktop I have. I've got 3 screens, and it's honestly chaos. It looks like, I don't know, it looks like what would happen if you left some small kittens and a tapestry alone. Like, that's going to be one unraveled tapestry at the end of it. Speaking of animals, my pick now, and it's quite exciting. I did mention I was going to chat with them over the weekend, but unfortunately, our schedules didn't match. They released a new single. They got a new music video coming out to that single this week, and they're performing this coming Saturday too, not in Toronto, all the way on the Pacific coast. This is the Baby Goats, who I will be chatting with and doing a artist spotlight interview later today at around 1 o'clock, and then we will be playing some of that on the show when it's complete, and you can then go to them and have a listen. So it's quite exciting. Before we go on and we play the song, we've got a couple of other people who are going to be doing the artist spotlight series with me as well. And if you're sitting there going, well, why hasn't he picked me? I have limited time. I can only do so much for free, but I do have some spots open. So this is your chance. If you want one of these things, or you want to be considered for Riff Royale, or even just in the regular playlist for the show, please do find us on social media at TKR Mornings, at _Unity314, or go find myself or Francesca, or you can email me at gavin@unity314.com or francesca@unity314.com. Oh yeah, by the way, you've got an email address. I should have probably pointed that out, but now we should just live a little Team Gizmo for Riff Royale, the Baby Goats.
Living it up. Break that chain, get the whole thing on. Giving it up. Fire the rocket, countdown, blast off.
yeah. Absolutely love that song. Live a Little, the Baby Goats for Team Gizmo today. Voting will commence on Friday. It'll be a Friday, Saturday voting, and then on Sunday we will release the results. It's a new feature, so it's I would say it's having teething issues. No, I'm having teething issues, quite frankly. I've turned on the microphones. This is a good start. I'm doing well this morning, but it's been fun this morning for what anybody's actually got to listen to. Maybe for them, if we just do the whole show, I'll filter it in black and white. It'll be like one of them old school silent movies, and no one will be none the wiser. That's how it works, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that it's an accident. It happens, right? It's okay.
Yes, I am an accident waiting to happen. You are bang on. Well, it's 9 o'clock. That means it's the end of TKR Mornings. We've had some fun. We'll be dropping some of the bits that were recorded onto the Instagram. We'd love to hear your opinions and feedback on about the conversation we were having today in Read It, Reddit. But all I can say is better luck tomorrow, I guess, right?
Oh yeah, tomorrow will always be a better day.
Yeah, it won't be a full moon then, will it?
No.
Let's hope not. Well, anyway, thanks so much, everybody, for watching. I'm Gizmo. That's Francesca. This was TKR Mornings. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 if my computer isn't a dick.